We're just looking for the song where we belong. Howdy, welcome to the Fresh Toones Show. My name is Dave Paltz, and I've got a kind of unique theme for today's show. It's called The Ups and Downs of Evolution. I was kind of inspired by a series of great courses lectures that were called Major Transitions in Evolution. It's really interesting, and I'm kind of surprised that I really got into the lectures. Kind of a lot of technical names and everything, but the visuals of what was going on in these major transitions is pretty interesting. If you get a chance, check out the Great Courses lecture series on major transitions in evolution. Every day when I exercise, I listen to a different lecture. They're about a half hour, so they're a great length for doing exercises when you got the time in the morning. So that's where the theme for today's show came from, the ups and downs of evolution. This song is called It's Time for an Evolution. It's time for an evolution. Time to crawl out from the sea, to come out and see the sunlight, to shed the weight of hate and greed. It's time to use our heads now, to stop living in the same, to shift our gaze ahead now, to heed the living, not the dead. 'Cause it's time for an evolution. It's time to move ahead. Stand up and be strong now. Leave behind what you know is wrong. We may stumble, trip and fall some. With every step the child grows. It's time for an evolution, to use our voice to make the call, to stand upright and be confident, to take the step to lead the way. 'Cause it's time for an evolution. It's time to move ahead. 'Cause it's time for an evolution. Time to push for better days, to lift our eyes and see what can be, not what they say will always be. Let us reach for evolution, for the birth of something more. Rising high with every effort, we know our love, we hold the key. 'Cause it's time for evolution. It's time to move ahead. Yeah. It's time for an evolution. It's time to move ahead. And one of the things I learned in these major transitions of evolution, which took millions of years, maybe hundreds of millions of years to happen. Certainly sometimes environmental changes spark these changes. On a day-to-day basis, these stresses may not cause great changes, but they can push us sometimes to go in new directions. Certainly in history, we had some terrible times in the 30s and 40s and during World War II and wars even after that kind of sparked us to go back and look at things and maybe say, is that the direction that we want to move in as humans? And I think we're at one of those points again where the push and pull of maybe more violence or more greed is pushing us to have to come together. And it's really amazing to see so many folks come out on the streets and say, no, we're not going that way. This song is called Don't Live in the Past. Don't live in the past, but learn from the good and see what was bad. Don't deny what you saw. As a child, what was wrong? What went on for too long? Live from what you've learned.
Very sad news for all
Fight
of you.
for your concern.
That is that
when wrong seeks to
was shot and was
return.
killed tonight in Memphis.
Some strive to live in the past, but that can never last. Life goes forward, not back. Now take me up the road, that's where I want to go. Where we can someday know that love's the only way to go. Help us on our way, let us never stray from the path that we've chose to share the love as she grows. Lift up your love, let it become your number one until you're done. Smile because you know your love is gold. Without her glow, where would you go? Take me up the road, that's where I want to go. Where we can someday know that love's the only way to go. Help us on our way, let us never stray from the path that we've chose to share the love as she grows. She grows. As she grows. As she grows. As she grows. As she grows. Yeah, it certainly seems like it's time for an evolution. Recently, it may seem like we're devolving rather than evolving, but history's certainly gone through some big changes. This next song is called The World We Want to Live In, and it kind of encourages us and reminds us that we have a part to play in this world. And a lot of it has to do what our mind projects. Now, it's not going to change everything overnight. It may actually affect our mental health in a good way and our physical health, but it's a long process. And what the hey, why not? Why not think positive? Why not think of what could be? Pretty depressing to think about, no, that's the way things are now, and that's the direction we're going to go in. That doesn't sound like a very enjoyable life to live. This is called The World We Want to Live In. The world we want to live in is changing. to us and how we choose to live. That'll decide which way she goes. She listens closely every day to hear what we've got to say. If we just think it out, we can turn this world about. 'Cause this world is changing every day. And it's up to us to play our part. We may not paint a masterpiece. Every kind word paints a picture too. So whether it be work or play, let us live our lives today as the folks we want to be, to change the world that we see. 'Cause the world we want to live in is changing every day. It's up to us and how we choose to live. That'll decide which way she goes. 'Cause she listens closely every day to hear what we've got to say. If we just think it out, we can turn this world about. 'Cause the world we want to live in is changing every day. It's up to us and how we choose to live. That'll decide which way she goes. We'll decide which way we go. Well, as we're exploring the ups and downs of evolution today on the Fresh Toones Show, one of the factors in evolution, I think, is some kind of energy that drives things to improve, to find solutions. Might sound crazy, but wherever that energy comes from, it seems that things in our bones and our structures and our minds strive to survive, I guess. And the way to do that is by finding the best solutions for ourselves. I do have some confidence that if we can find the will, we can find a way to fix things, improve things, turn things around. This song is called If There's a Will, There's a Way. America can't breathe if we refuse to see the things we need to change today. We've worked through harder things, some say this one's too big. There's a will, there is a way. So lift up your eyes now, stand up and say, well, she's not perfect and neither am I. We've got to work together if we want to survive. We've got to use our heads and figure it out and be brave enough to look at ourselves. 'Cause America can't breathe if we refuse to see the things we need to change today. We've worked through harder things, some say this one's too big. But there's a will, there is a way. We've got to lift up our eyes now, stand up and say, well, she's not perfect and neither am I. We've got to work together if we want to survive. We've got to use our heads and figure it out. Be brave enough to look at ourselves. America can't breathe if we refuse to see the things we need to change today. We've worked through harder things, some say this one's too big, but if there's a will, there is a way. If there's a will, there is a way. There's a will, there is a way. If there's a will, there is a way. If there's a will, there is a way. If there's a will, there is a way. You're listening to The Fresh Toones Show, and the theme of today's show is the ups and downs of evolution. Yeah, if we can find the will, we can find a way. Of course, it might take a hell of a lot of folks adding their little bit of energy to improving things. But if we can change them. It starts from the small. It starts from that little bit inside of ourselves to say, I need to do this. I need to do the thing that's right. And this next song is one that I might not normally share on the show, but it fits in with the theme of today's show. It's called From the Small. May seem small, but it all adds up. Don't wonder why, just do what is right. Details matter even amongst the whole. Each action taken, each word that's spoke. With skillful care, live in good service, create your life, abide with justice. Good habits make for better lives. So build up from the small and grow with love. From the small comes the grand, as we build on up, become who we am. Let our whispers rise, be ever clear, to speak the truth and share our love here. It's said, it's never enough to do your small part, so just give up. But you and I know to throw in the towel would leave our lives turned upside down. From the small comes the grand, as we build on up, become who we am. Let our whispers rise, be ever clear, to speak the truth and share our love here. Speak the truth, share your love here. Speak the truth, share your love here. Speak the truth, share your love here. Speak the truth. Well, it might be kind of frustrating feeling so small in the efforts to change things. But if we realize that even though we're a single tool, each one of us with our little chisels could maybe reform that block of marble into something beautiful, and that we can all stand back and say, we did that as a people. We brought some dignity to our nation, and we once again put love at the forefront of who we are and the part that we're going to play in this world. Just a single tool. with a patience filled with love. Let us sing, let us become a vessel filled with best intents, with higher aims, let us do the dance. We're a chant, hear the cosmic chants, through our loaves as we advance. The orchestra is right in tune. It's our task to bring it home, to bring it home. A single tune is what we are, to do our job, to give what's ours, to build a home, to keep us warm, to do our best and to do no harm. A view quite small may a challenge be. If we look closer, then we might see what once we thought would never change has been in motion long in nature's brain. A single tune is what we are, to do our job, to give what's ours, to build a home, to keep us warm, to do our best and to do no harm. We may be but a single tune, with our love we contribute to a home to be proud of that we build for you and me and everyone else. A single tune is what we are, to do our job, to give what's ours, to build a home, to keep us warm, to do our best and to do no harm. To do our best and to do no harm. Well, when we're thinking sometimes how overwhelming the things that we see happening are, and we think of ourselves as being this little small little speck of whatever, what can we do? I wrote this poem shortly after the No Kings demonstrations, and we saw more than 7 million people come out on a weekend and give up their time to come out on the streets and bring their signs and honk their horns and say, we're not going to go along with that. And now the crowds are even getting larger as we see the violence and the murders going on in Minneapolis. I'll just share this poem with you called 7 Million Spoke. 7 million raised their voice, and he tore down their house. They did the No Kings dance, and he dumped right in their laps. 7 million took to the streets, and he stomped on their feet. 7 million gave a gasp, and he screamed, that one's your last. With millions dazed in his grasp, they forgot the wars of past, when heroes fought and died against kings and czars and overlords. There is yet a fight to come. Will free people overcome? Well, it's time to wrap up today's Fresh Toones Show. We've been doing a lot of exploring through the subject of the ups and downs of evolution. And I'm going to end up today's show with a song called We're Just Looking. It's a new song, and I really like the chorus that goes like this. We're just looking for the tune to find the voice that we sought for so long. Yeah, we're just looking, and hopefully we'll find a way. What speaks to you within this song that rings the bell that bonds with you? A harmony with deeper voice that feeds the breeze to ease your chords. We're just looking for the tune to find the voice that we sought for so long. No need to know what each word means, each thought a link in life's long chain. To play this tune with varied notes, an offering, a gentle jolt. We're just looking for the tune to find the voice that we sought for so long. Now listen freely, take what you can from these simple words from a simple man. Now write your song just how you'd like. If you're true to you, you know it'll be just right. We're just looking for the tune to find the voice that we sought for so long. We're just looking, we're just looking, we're just looking for the song where we belong. Well, that's it for the Fresh Toones Show today. I hope you have a good week. Keep looking, keep evolving, do what you can. So long now. Bye. We're just looking, we're just looking for the song where we belong.